Have you ever visited to any coastal area? There you might have find that the afternoon are very pleasant, but the nights are not. Can you tell me the answer? Yes, you guessed it right. The answer is land and the sea breeze. Being a teacher, I often find that students get confused when does land breeze happen and when does sea breeze happen. This is basically a most important question for the class 7th where they are told to explain land and sea breeze along with the well-labeled diagram. So today I have brought the class for land and sea breeze along a well-labeled diagram to clarify your confusion. So this is a diagrammatic view of the sea breeze. Sea breeze occur during the daytime when there is basically a sun. The one thing that you have to remember in any kind of the breeze is that land heats up faster and gets cooled faster. So what will happen when during daytime the sun will rise, so it will heat up the land, and when the land will get heated up, so the warm air, the air that will be present above the land, that will become warm, and when the air will become warm, it will basically expand, and when the air will expand, it will basically rises up. So the warm air that is above the land will basically go towards the sea. That is why this is an arrow which is indicating that warm air that is present on the land that will basically move towards the sea. Whereas the sea, in comparison to the land, it will basically remain cooler. So the cold sea breeze will be moving towards the land. So this means that during the daytime when the sun is there, so land will be heated up very faster, and the air that is above the land, it will also get heat, and we all know that when anything get heated up, it will basically expand, and when it will expand, it will goes up. So that is why the warmer air that is present above the land will move towards the sea, and whereas the sea in comparison to the land is basically cooler, so the cooler air is basically moving towards the land. That is why the afternoons are very pleasant in the coastal areas, whereas the nights are not that much pleasant. There might arises a one question in an examination also, that in coastal areas the windows are always facing towards the sea. So why they are always facing towards the sea? So that they can get the cold sea breeze. So I hope that this sea breeze is basically clear to you, and the sea breeze basically occurs during the daytime. Now come to what is basically land breeze. Land breeze generally occur during the night time. What happens in the night? There is no sun, there is basically moon, but what I told you in the sea breeze time, that land basically heats up faster and gets cooled up faster. But in comparison to that, sea basically remained warm for a longer time. So what happened? The air that is above the sea, that is also warm. It basically expands and rises up, and the warm air is basically shifted towards the land side. Now, what will happen? That the air that is present on the sea is moving towards the land, so the space will be left. Now, who will be occupying the space? So the colder air that is on the land will basically move towards the sea and will occupy the space of that air. So that is why the word is written cool land breeze. So this means that during the night time, the breeze is moving from land to the sea. That is why the afternoons are pleasant in basically the coastal areas, but evening or nights are not that much pleasant. So I hope that with such a diagrammatic view and explanation, the sea breeze and the land breeze is basically clear to you. The one point that you have to remember is that land basically heats up faster and gets cold faster. During the daytime, the sea breeze will be occurring, and during the night time, the land breeze will be occurring. So, from the next time, if you visit any coastal area, remember that why the afternoons are so pleasant, because the cold sea breeze are blowing to us, why the nights are not that much pleasant. And there is one important question for you, that why in coastal area the windows are basically opening towards the seaside. So the answer to this question is because the cold sea breeze is basically blowing from the sea to the land. I hope so that you have enjoyed this concept. For more such conceptual video, please do like my video and subscribe to my YouTube channel.